Hi everybody and welcome back. What we're going to discuss this time is a Facebook post that occurred the other day when I woke up after the UK's gone back to bed, being in Australia here. A comment was made about how all the TT layouts appear to be train sets, just going round and round and round on a countertop, on a table. After all, it is tabletop, so the clue is in the name. However, what I decided to do is, on the Hornby forum, I've put up a challenge. It's just a voluntary thing for a bit of fun. See who can, who wants to. They, not compulsory. Just to throw it out there. Challenge to build a small layout that is not a set track oval going around and around and around. So I'm talking a diorama type thing, just a small thing. I picked up this board and some wood over there for the framework, and this is my suggestion. Single board like that, maybe a little end-to-end layout, be it a loco depot type scenario, or even a colliery, seeing we've got lots of private owner coal wagons now. Just something that is fully scenic, avoids the set track curves, and by this person's definition is a proper model railway rather than a train set on a board. Just to demonstrate that some of us genuine modelers who are seasoned, who built various layouts and structures and things, bits and pieces, are enjoying and happy to modelling TT. So the challenge is this: make a small single board scenic model railway that's not a train set. His definition, not mine, so don't ever go at me. This is just to show that we can make some really good looking things, especially when you consider the track is the right gauge for the scale of loco. It should look good. Fingers crossed. But anyway, I'm going to take you down here and show you roughly what I'm intending to build. As we are limited with the stock that is available to us at the minute, I'm going to build a small terminus station, maybe something like that is on the London South Western with the Dam type scenario, sort of coastal sort of thing. So what you could have is a class 50, and if I can find these two here, I do, and a couple of coaches would run in on a loco hauled vice sprinter or DMU service. Now this layout will be ideal for a little DMU shuttle going in and out, but no one makes one yet, so we're going to do like a 2-coach passenger train with a 50, maybe a 31 or 37 when they're bought out later on next year. And some earlier coaches would be nice, like a couple of Mark 1s, but at the minute we're restricted. So what we're going to have, track work wise, is going to be quite simple. We're going to have a little head shunt here to clear the points when he's pushed back like that. Not that on there. We can have it around this way here. Little head shunt there where I can park a fuel tanker, because there's going to be a scenic element involved in that. A set of points into another bay platform that doesn't go quite all the way down. There won't be a station building, it's been demolished. The yard is empty. I'm going to put an industrial unit type shed thing in the middle here, signal box here, a couple of little signals and a loop. Now scenic wise, I want to have a bit of a river around the front, slight curve to it with a retaining wall there, and the fuel tanker is here because it's tidal river and you get some fishing boats in and they moor up next to it to get some fuel. Now the object of the exercise here is not to be completely straight, so I want a slight curve to the railway that follows the slight curve of the edge of the river. So there's going to be two levels here, and then I'm going to raise the back level up again, so we got grades stepping down. So it's not flat, it's not just a flat board, and that's it. That's all it's going to be, and it's going to go out to like a cassette off the end there. The control is going to be DCC, normal DCC using my ECOS, and the point motors are going to be the Cobalt IP digitals, which is what I have on my other layouts, so I might as well use them on here. But that is it. That is the challenge. That is what I'm going to build, and if anyone else wants to join me in the challenge, that's it. One board, TT120, make what of it you can with some nice scenery. You know, best job, just to show that it's not just a train set. It is a genuine scale for fine detail modelers as well as those that are happy going around on the tabletop. So there we have it. That is the plan. This is going to be built in parallel to Parsi sidings, which is still on the wall, but I've got the signal box and that in the room currently being modelled and painted and everything else, so whilst that's drying I can get on and build the baseboard. So I'm going to go away now and assemble the baseboard with a rough sketch and cut the boards to shape and get it all glued and screwed together. Okay, so it's not a completely original design of anything here, but you know, I can see how realistic I can make it. So we have access road in from the corner here to like a bus shelter type platform shelter, because with an arm type scenario there and got bulldozed and taken away, and they just left them with the bus shelter. Old goods shed or workshop over here, signal box down there. Now I'm going to have a signal there with a route indicator to go into the bay platform, and a shunt signal so you can go back onto the consist. On the end of the platform here I'm going to see if I can get hold of a double-headed signal, one for each platform, otherwise it will just be two single signals there for departure. 3 aspect I'll make them, because there will be another signal further out for going out. A shunt signal there for coming out of the run round loop to go back behind the main access. River here, and basically a brass bank along the end. Power to all times again. You've not done a good job if you haven't made a mess and got lots of tools out. Job done. Next important job. Cup of tea. So cheers to a job well done. Oh, nice cup of tea. Right, nice and robust. You know, sufficient framing for what it is underneath. Everything is glued and screwed down and in the front there to make the frame nice and strong. It shouldn't move, shouldn't flex, and it is perfect for a tabletop. So, what to do now? Now we have it all sketched out on here anyway, and the riverbed is done. One of the first things that I can do, which is structural, is put the steel walling in there, just to finish boxing it in. So I'll show you what I've got for that job. So what have I got? I have got some Evergreen Scale Models metal siding. It's ribbed, square, corrugated type thing, but I reckon that'll look close enough for rock and roll for TT120 steel piles that have been driven in along the edge of the riverbank here to shore up the side, to ensure that there was no cutting out and scouring by the river under the station. So I reckon that'll do nicely. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go and about 8 centimetres, cut a load of strips and glue them together in a long line. You don't need to watch me do that. Cut with a scalpel, easy. Measure this, got me verniers. And that tells me 4.5 centimetres, so I'll make it 5 just so I've got a little bit over the top, and that will do me nicely. Proper scale, none of this digital malarkey. Got to get your eyes on that. Ta-da! Just like that. It's just that sheet cut into 5 centimetre strips and some little reinforcing bits put on the joins, and that just slots in there nicely. What have we got here? Can't run trains yet, so we've got a rail replacement bus service. Quality bus though. Now what piles generally have is a strip along the top just to tie the tops all in together. So as if by magic, there we go. Ta-da! I'm happy with that. I think that piling would definitely stop the river scouring underneath the station over time. Nice and even, just a little bit higher than the board here, just so that I can build up the ground cover behind, and that'll be good for detailing. I think that'll look good, all weathered up and rusty, which will be the topic of the next video. We'll get that in and get it all glued and secured, weathered and dirty. We might even make the mud to go in the tidal part of the river here, and add a few bits of detail along here, like pipes coming out from drains or something, just to give it a bit of visual interest. So join me next time on our TT120 challenge. We'll have a nice little riverbed, I think, next time around. Just waiting for some points to arrive. The point motors are on their way from over east, so they may be a week away yet, so we can get on with a bit of scenery stuff down front, and maybe put a bit of building up of the ground at the rear here. But in the meantime, I've got to crack on with my signal box for Parsley sidings, so that may well be the next video out. Anyway, have fun and catch you later. Bye for now. And that's a wrap.